What's going on, y'all? Alright, just give me one more second. I'm gonna set up my tablet. Alright, who we got in here? Sully, what's going on, brother? Alright. So I've been quite busy this morning. I went ahead and started onto that hammer. Is the commissioned hammer that I got going on. Guten Tag, Chris. Alright. And in doing so, I had a catastrophic failure. So, what's going on, Adam? Welcome. So we'll let people filter in. Alright, so this was my hammer eye punch. It broke. I don't know what you're talking about, Gladys. My what? It looks like a honey jar. My honey? Is that what you're saying? My honey's in the house? Well, Adam, hopefully that works out for you, bud. I know it's tough, especially whenever you're in pain, to be able to get out into the forge and do what you need to do. Hey, my honey's in the house. Everyone say hi, Gladys. Alright, so since got my badge, got it all mounted up, looks nice. Definitely appreciate it. I don't think Jeff's in the house yet, but yeah, it looks great. I love it. Alright, so since I took a catastrophic failure of my hammer eye punch, I did get the eye punched out. Let's see, where's my other tongs? Alright, so I did get the eye punched before it took a dump on me, but the problem that I have now is it didn't even fully take a dump on me. I didn't even get the eye punched all the way through, and I had to use my drift. Well, to be able to use my drift, I had to cut it down to be more like a punch, vice a drift. And it was tough. It didn't have a handle on it, which that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm getting a handle put on it. So once I get this going, I try to get this wrapped around there.
Hey!
Hey, you're gonna be on camera. You gotta come over and be on camera and say hi to everyone.
Hey! I'm his daughter.
Everyone say Hi, Nani. Or hi, Nixa.
Sup? I just came in to say hi.
She just came to say hi.
By the way, your honey bun just says she loves you.
I tell her I love her too. Alright, let's get that heated up a little bit. Pull this out of the dirt. Set it off to the side for a little bit. Alright, what we got going on? Can I make a cross peen, and how much is the price? Alright, so I have never made a cross peen yet. I am still fairly new in the hammer making process. I am making a hammer right now for a buddy of mine at work because he asked me to do it. This is my first commission piece. You want to say hi really quick? Look, the camera. Say hi.
This is my sister Anaya. Everyone say hi to my sister.
It's Yaya.
Say hi.
All right.
Say hi, everyone.
This is the blacksmith in training, but she's still a little young, and boy, she definitely wants to come out here.
Your honey bunches still says hi.
Okay.
Your honey bunches loves you.
Oh, y'all kids crack me up. All right, so back to what I was saying. I am still fairly new in the hammer making process. I'm still trying to perfect the actual making of the hammers before I start readily selling them. The main reason why I'm doing it for a buddy at work, and it is a commission piece, that he did pay me to make him a hammer, but it's not necessarily a hammer that he's going to be using. This is just more of like a wall hanger. So until I actually get in and I know that the hammer is going to be safe for use, that I can go through and verify that all the processes are good. I'll make a couple hammers for myself, and I use them for a little bit, and I know that they're good to go. Then I'll start selling. Because right now, like I've told everyone, this is just a hobby. I'm not in this for a business yet. This is something that I would love to be able to do full time. Just right now, I'm not able to do that. So hopefully that answers your question. Just right now, I am not selling any type of hammers or anything like that. There are a lot of people out there right now that are in our group. Ting Ting, James over at County Line Forge, he definitely makes them for sale. Bob over at B&B Forge, he's definitely making hammers. Hans Groff, I know he's making hammers, all those things. So go check them out. They will definitely get you a cross peen made up. Just until I get to that stage to where I know I can start making hammers, then definitely I'll let everyone know, and then you can hit me up. All right. Yes, Jeff, the badge looks great. Appreciate it, brother. All right, see if we can't get this in here. Trying to get this wrapped around a little tighter. Alright, now I'll go ahead and I'm gonna get that heated up a little bit, then I'm gonna knock this back in there and hopefully it'll fit. On the last 45-minute run into Charlotte, that sounds great, Wolfpack. I know that them bus rides, especially cross country, man. That, woo, been in a bus probably what, the last 2 days now, almost 3 days. I know that stuff's tough, but hey, your light is at the end of the tunnel, my friend. Yeah, 4 days in a bus, man. I give you some props. That's a lot. But you'll get settled in, get that shop set up, and get to heating up some steel and swing that hammer, bud. See if we can get this to go in there. I think I might have wrapped it a little too tight. Now, I know how to get it to work. I'll get it in there. There we go. I think I got it in there all right. Still a little on the warm side. Alright, so it's going to be a little wobbly, but that's alright. So I'll probably twist this up, just try to make it a little tighter. But like I said, this was my drift. I got it sharpened down to actually turn it into a punch. And now I got to make another drift. Because I actually needed this to be able to finish punching out the eye of that hammer. And now I don't have a drift to drift it open. So that's what we're going to be doing. I wanted to be working on this hammer today. That's why I said a hammer build, maybe. So that's just something I was working on a little bit earlier, basically throughout the morning, along with punching the eye. So I'm going to take this rod, 7/8. I might have to upset it just a little bit to try to get a little bit of thickness. up in there. I don't know what you guys think, because I'm trying to make it. So if you look them side by side, right, it's about the same size as my punch. So I think I shouldn't really need to upset. What do you guys think? So if I start making this into a drift, I think it'll be just fine. Appreciate it, Craig. Yeah, I definitely love my apron, so I even split it up a little bit to help with that third leg, right? And I still got my tassels, you know. And then Jeff over at Grayson's Forge, brother, this thing's nice. I haven't tried that salt yet, and I still gotta get that hammer sent out in the mail. I plan on doing that tomorrow, all right? And I'll be coming your way, buddy. All right, let's get this fire cleaned up so it doesn't die on me. You good, Bob? You're good? You're not late. I haven't even really started yet. Go ahead and get this rod put in the fire. Get it heating up. And see what you guys got to say. Alright. Yeah, Sons of Forest. Yeah, check out Bob over at B&B. You know, you can ask him the same question about that hammer, and he'll definitely be able to get you hooked up. Alright. I'm just not at that stage yet where I'm ready to start selling any products. I just want to make sure that everything's safe. You know, same thing. You know, Ting Ting, he's even mentioned it before too. You know, even in church this morning, you know, they even put out, you know, try to get your product nice and safe and all that before you start selling out to the masses. Because I don't want to give anybody a bad product. You know, because for one, it'll hurt me. You know, for whenever I finally do get to where my hammers are good, my tools are good, I'll just end up having that reputation that my stuff's junk. You know, so I don't want to do that yet. Alright, so we'll get that heating up. How's it going, Miss Amy? Hi, Mom. My mom's in the house. Alright, you guys doing, are you guys open for business today? Christmas pop-up? Try to get some of these tools put away so they're out of my way. And also, I'm gonna redeem myself from the last live show, because as soon as I turned off the camera, you know, I struggled making those nails, and I mean, I went through. I had what, 9? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think there was more. Just struggling, could not get those nails to save my life, right? And these were some of the nails I made with the vise before I made the nail head set. You know, they're not perfect. These are more like cut nails. They're not square. All right, not perfect, but yep. My mom's open for business over in Marionville from 1 to 5. All right, anyone that's over in that area, right? Marionville, Missouri. Go check out my mother. She's got that Mama Mary's Navajo Tacos food truck. Good stuff. Alright, so with that, while that's heating up, I'm also going to heat up some of this mild steel, and I'm going to redeem myself, and I'm going to make a couple nails and show you guys I actually knew how to do it. I was just brain farting. Yeah. I know it sounds good, doesn't it? All those the Navajo tacos. I don't know. I haven't had one yet. Every time I go to visit, she's always closed down for business. That's all right. I'll get there one day. I'll go ahead and show you the ones. I had these sitting in oil because I didn't want them to get rusted. But then I drop them in the dirt. Of course I drop them in the dirt. So these were the nails that I made. The second that I shut down the video, alright? So they got the nice big heads on them. So, and they're a little offset. Alright, so if you look at it, I'm trying to get a little better with having the shafts of the nail center line to the head. But you'll get there with practice. So got two down, 262 to go. Alright, let's redeem myself. Alright, so after you get the taper down the end, right, this one already had a taper on it, you just come back to the near side of your anvil and do a two-sided set down, just a reverse taper. Bring it out. And I start that reverse taper right at where that other taper ended. Alright? And you can do this, you know, even with a little bit of a black heat. Alright, then once you got that reverse taper down, just get the nail head set, verify that it will fit into the hole. Alright, so I still got a little bit of a fat spot. I'm going to have to bring it down a little bit more. What's going on, Corey? Alright, Yamez in the house. Yamez over there painting. Painting, cleaning up that yard, getting it ready. Everyone wants to come down and visit, go down to the island, but need a place to set up. Yes, please smush that like button, like that smush button. Alright, if you wouldn't mind going out and sharing. I was busy. I didn't jump out and share the feed. So if someone could please, be greatly appreciated. Alright, so I'm just gonna bring that down just a little bit more. That way it'll fit into my nail head set. Should be good. Verify it'll fit in there. No, maybe not. Alright, there we go. Fits in there nice and good. Alright. And then I need to move that hammer out the way. I can touch it with my bare hands because it's still really hot. Get the hot cut over here. I'm just going to mark it. So basically, however big you want your head, right, is how much material you're going to leave on the top. And then since this bar is already square, whenever I'm going around and I'm actually cutting off the head part, I'm actually going around and doing it like you would a round bar. So whenever I'm doing that, it actually makes the head kind of like octagonal shape. So whenever I come back and actually paint it over, it will be somewhat round, but it has a little bit of the octagon type shape to it. Yeah, it's looking good. Appreciate you, Yamez. Yep, got 16 people, 13 likes. Definitely appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, hopefully that works out for you, Adam. Alright, so we'll come over here. So just come around just like you're going to do a round bar. So I'm hitting it on the edges. Alright, and once it gets to where it's almost broken through, I don't break it all the way off. I get it a little warm again. Trust me, I'm not burning my other bar. I set it off this side a little bit because it is ready, but I'm trying not to burn it. That way I can redeem myself. Making these nails. Alright, once it gets a little red, go ahead and stick it in there. Break it off. Come over to your hardy hole. Alright. And then smush her down. Just like that. Got a nail. And while it's still warm, I go stick in the oil. Alright. A nice round head. I actually got this one a little more center lined, kind of like what I've been wanting to do. Alright. So, bam. Nail head set works. Making nails for my sea chest. All right. Let's get some more charcoal up in here. That way I don't lose my fire. Get this bar pulled out. I just want to bring down the tip a little bit. Getting cold, bouncing around. Yeah, sometimes them tablets and laptops and phones, they take forever to do any type of resetting. Yeah, I keep my tablet over here to be able to check chat because a lot of times the chat doesn't stay up on the phone, but then I have to keep it plugged in and my plug is on the back wall, so I'm always having to turn my back to y'all. But, so if you guys didn't get a chance to see, alright, Jeff over at Drayson's Forge sent me out a badge to this, and it actually goes well because I actually had Gladys whenever I had this. It had just a regular neck strap that went around, and then the buckle went to the back, and it was always pulling on my neck, and I didn't like it, so I actually had to redo the back. And if you look, she cut the straps, and I took one of my US Navy patches and had her sew it into that, so now it fits more like an X pattern. So this badge goes perfect because I got the anchor on there. It goes awesome with my US Navy badge on the back. I was turning it over on all 4 sides, kind of cleaning it up a little bit as I'm going down this lower heat. Alright, so now I'm just going to be working on just one side, because since it is round bar, I need to flatten the sides, but I want the other side to stay more rounded, you know, just like my other one was, right? So it was flat on the sides, and then this side's rounded. So. Hey, Pops is in the house. How's it going, Pops? Yep, the whole Ivy clan's jumped in. Definitely love that my family and my friends can support. Got the kiddos jumping out here. Got my honey inside watching. Got mom and dad watching. Alright, so those of you that weren't here at the beginning, alright, I was working on punching out the eye to this hammer, and I had a catastrophic failure on my eye punch. So this thing's now trash. I even tried chasing it by grinding it off some, seeing if I can stay ahead of it, and it didn't help. So I'm gonna go ahead and retire this because I don't want it to hurt me. But this thing was already, I mean, you can see how thick it was right here. I actually want this to be more of a taper. That's why I'm going to be using this bar. Well, I used my drift, right? So the drift that I previously had, I cut it down. I wrapped a handle on it. That way I can now use that as my punch. And then now I got to make a new drift. As well, drift out the hole that I punched. But before, I mean, this thing it was really tough to punch out the plug because it was so thick that it just wanted to spread the material instead of actually punching it out. Hola, Ting Ting. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Alright, so, but, I mean, it still knocked out, you know, a decent plug. I just had to finish it with my drift. Cooling down quite rapidly. Yeah, it was just a ball peen. It is a ball peen hammer. You know, I made sure that whenever I did all this that, you know, I didn't quench this side, and it stayed soft. I mean, you can see how bad it mushroomed, but it just got to the point that it mushroomed so bad that it just split. So that's fine. I'll get another one made. halftime so you watch football. Who you watching over there, Ting Ting? I don't got cable, so I don't really watch any football. I mean, I get stuff on my phone. You know, I got the NFL app on my phone that I'll get updates and stuff, but I don't watch any games. All right. Hammer, check, anvil, check, fire, check. Yep, got my hammer, got my anvil, got my fire going. So, having to make a new hammer eye drift because my hammer eye punch broke, so I had to turn my drift into a punch. And now I have to make a new drift so I can finish this hammer. Let that heat up. Hey. All right. Still talking football. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Just continue to bring this back, tape it back. Yeah, I know how that is. Having 500,000 things going on all at the same time. So you just gotta take a day at a time. That's really all you can do. So originally I was gonna use this rod to make the axe drift. That way I can start making axes, but I guess I'll have to get some more steel for that. That's fine. Sometimes you just gotta change up your plans, do the things you gotta do. Still want to try to keep that tip rounded a little bit. I did have to square it off some. Now I'll go back and clean it with the sander. Do I have any use for rebar? Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, like I can just go up to Home Depot or Lowe's, and I mean they got the rebar there for $1. It's like 3 feet long, but I would really like to get some like grade 40 or grade 60 rebar, because I do have a couple buddies that's wanting this. I don't know, I've seen on Facebook a couple other things. It's like the guy that makes the axe that's shaped like an axe, utilizing the rebar and then cutting grinding off one edge. I got a couple buddies back in Arkansas that would like some of that. So, it's gonna have to be at least a grade 40 steel rebar for to be able to even hold an edge. If they're gonna use it for anything, which knowing them, they will. Right? They're good old boys, lives out in the country. They'll probably be using it for all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I most definitely would take any type of rebar like that. Coming back using light blows, kind of try to clean up the face. Can even go back over with a hot rasp on the edges and try to re-round it up some. I appreciate it, Craig. And for those of you that saw my tomahawk build, I'm still haven't got out here to finish cleaning it up, but I mean, it's not too bad. Plus I was going to put a wrap on the handle. You know, just getting it cleaned up, getting it ground in, and I still got to hit it up with the sander. I just did a lot of rough grinding using the angle grinder. Yes, Miss Penny, by all means. I didn't go on last Saturday or yesterday, so no one got their 2 p.m. Saturday show, as far as I know. I was out running around, you know, spending time with my honey, so I wasn't even out in the forge at all yesterday. But I definitely appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to be able to fill in your shoes. I know you're filling some big shoes for church. All right, sounds great. Miss Penny will be back live next Saturday in her normal slot. Try to break over these edges, get it a little more rounded up. All right. Yeah, don't put your son in a box. Yeah, well, currently got 16. I think it jumped up to 22 at one point. 16 watching, 14 likes. Yeah, if you don't mind, please go out there, hit the like button. Thank you, Miss Penny. Yeah, show me some love. Yeah, like I said, I didn't get a chance to share it to any of the groups. So if you wouldn't mind going out and sharing to the groups. So I still very, very fortunate, you know, because it's only what, my fifth live show, you know, so shoot, anything above 10, you know, I'm just ecstatic. I love it. sure to keep my hand plenty away. I've already burned myself today twice. I don't need to do it again. Let me see. Just doing some comparison. Think it'll be all right. I'll let that cool off a little bit. Alright, okay, I don't want to quench that, but well, I'm going to go ahead and let that cool off, and then while that's doing that, I think I'll go ahead and I'm probably not going to be able to get to drifting that hammer today. I will. I don't know, I still got well over an hour, so this cools down enough to where I can grab it without having to quench it in the water, then we'll switch over to that hammer. But for now, I'll go back, and I got a lot of nails to make. So I got a few. Where are they at? So I'm just using all that 3/8. This is a project we're doing with Ting Ting, right? The Make It Monday stuff. I just got so behind on that I'm gonna go ahead and just use up this material to make some more nails. I got a bunch of it. Like I said, I got 263. Alright. So let's say we're working on a hammer. I have to go to my son's soccer game shortly. Not a problem, Hans. Soccer's important. So I get some of that in the fire. Looking to see if I had the material I was going to use to make the hinges, but I can't seem to find it. I think I already used it for something else. That's alright. I'll go buy some more. So earlier, right before I was gonna start the stream, you know, like whenever I'm punching out the eyes, I keep a cup filled with the dust from the charcoal. You know, to be able to sprinkle in there because I don't have any punch lube, so I just use charcoal dust for now. Well, I had it sitting up here, and it fell into my apron. So the whole inside of my apron is all black, and it got all over me. I was like, well, what's the point of wearing an apron? I got dirty anyway. So clumsy. It's dropping everything. What's going on, Aaron? Appreciate you for stopping in, bud. Alright. So I already got those tapers in. Come back, just do the two-sided reverse taper. Turn down the air on my fire. It's burning up my charcoal way too quick. Yeah, I can definitely tell the difference. I mean, I've done the 4140 and 4130 and that chunk of mild, and yeah, you can definitely tell that tool steel is much harder and it doesn't move nowhere near as easy. A little bit more. All right. So to get, once I got, so you see about how close I get, that's all I use for the head. So it's maybe 1/4 of an inch, if that. Little fat spot right there in the middle. Now you're just being stubborn. Alright. That'll go in there. Thank you, Miss Amy. Like I said, I turn this onto the corners of even the square bar, so whenever I'm going around, it makes it almost like an octagon. So you can see as I come around, it rounds it up a little bit. So, and then you can see how it's offset to this side. So whenever I put it into the the nail head set this way, I hit back that direction to try to bring that more centered to the shaft of the nail. Oh, went too far with that one. Like I said, I was bringing it back, flatten it up with the flat die, and then come back and paint it over with the round die. You can see on the back, got some grass in there. Try to get it a little more, so that one offset just a little bit. Social break. Welcome back, Young Mez. All right, so drop it in the oil. But since I broke this one off, I'm gonna have to do this one separate. probably got enough heat in it. Didn't have it centered over my hardy tool or hardy hole. Broke the shaft. It's all right. I've done that a couple times. Appreciate you, Aaron. And then once you're working with this square bar, once you break off the one, you gotta come back in and put another taper back into the end. So I just do a fairly long, I don't do a steep, do more of a longer taper. And then once you're done with that, you'll come back, do your reverse taper. So I wanted to be able to work on that hammer today, but like I said, I had to make some new tools, so we don't always get a chance to do what we want. This nice little four-sided taper, bring it to a nice point. Back to the ladder. All right, y'all, man. You go take care of that house, buddy. I know nails are boring, and I definitely do not want to be doing nails for a live show, but hey, sometimes you got to change your plans. Sometimes you don't get to do what you want to do, so I'm still trying to make it somewhat enjoyable, hopefully. Sometimes you got to go back to your roots, right? You got to go back to the basics. You know, just doing the short little tapers, doing the reverse tapers, and then. But like I said, you know, I am working on this sea chest, and this is one of the projects that I really need to get done. I definitely need to get this hammer done too, because he's actually paid me for it. But it's one of those that I'm just gonna have to get to it when I can. And I mean, he's no big rush. You know, he's already said as long as I get to it before I leave the Navy, which I got plenty of time. But I'm definitely gonna get it done. Alright, so now we come back over to the near side of the anvil. The reverse taper. See if it fits. Nope. I know a lot of people that they're able to do this, you know, like 1 or 2 heats. Maybe 2 heats, but I'm still learning. You know, by the time I get down to the last nail I gotta make, I might be able to get it done in 2 heats. Draw it out. Still fits into my tool. Pretty close. Give her a check. Yep, looks good. Come over, mark it. Okay. We got it going on. What are we saying? What are we talking about? Yeah, that's for certain, Steve. Is sometimes whenever you're doing a live stream, you get immediate feedback. You know, and especially whenever you're not able to do what you actually want to do. But hey, it's all right. You know, I'm still here. I'm still learning. You know, just like when I was doing these nails for the first time on my live stream, and for the life of me, I just couldn't get it done. You know, and then the moment I turned off that camera and I stuck metal in the fire trying to get this nail done, and immediately I was able to knock them out. So it is what it is. Sometimes you can do it on live stream, sometimes you can't. Like trying to get it to break off when you want it to. Come off there. Make sure I got it over my party this time. I don't break it. Into the oil it goes. Alright, where are we sitting at with time? Where are we sitting at with time? I'm at 127. Yeah, I think that the biggest thing I had with making this one was actually drilling out the hole. Because once I got it drilled out, plus I used too big of a drill bit. Because I mean, if you look, you can see it's still kind of round-ish, right? But I mean, you can see from the back that it is square, and it is square almost all the way up to the top. What's going on, Brandon? Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. So it is square almost all the way through the hole, but I did use a little bit too big of a drill bit on this side, and that's why when I was going to use that smaller stock, that it went right through, right? I wasn't able to do a head. Hammer. I said I put stuff down, I forget where I put it. Alright, so come back to this taping. More heats. So I got 2 buckets of charcoal. I got one that's dry, the other one's wet. So I put all the the nice dry stuff right in the center to keep that fire pot going. And then all the wet stuff on the outside to try to maintain that fire right there in the center. And then it will slowly allow that to dry out to where I can rake it in. And it doesn't burn up nowhere near as fast. I love it. Cold in Kansas. All right. Yeah, because I got this other chunk here too that I actually cut this off. This was originally from my drift. So I cut this off to be able to put that handle on there. But I was going to use this since I'm using that rod that I was going to do my axe drift out of. So now I'm going to take this. So this was a chunk, this is part of that CV axle. So this is what I'm going to use to make my axe drift. Remember I said I was going to use that as an axe drift. And so now I'm going to use that small chunk as an axe drift instead. I should have this hammer done by the time I do my next show, but if you guys want to see, I can do this for my next live show. I turn this into an axe drift. Be better than sitting here watching me make nails. Alright, just continue with this two-sided paper. That one a little low. It's still hot. Get that off to the side over here next to the hammer. Try to put it up here. Let that cool off more. Yeah, I know Miss Donna Martin, she posted up on Facebook too saying that they were going to be getting some snow there, even there in Missouri. That looked like it's coming through like Thursday, Friday. So y'all can keep that white stuff. I don't want it. Don't want the white stuff. I'm not a snow-friendly person. Like I said, once I get done here in Virginia doing the stuff that we need to do, we're going back to Texas. So it might get like a dusting. That's about it. But nope. Not gonna do snow, because even here in Virginia, I mean, not every single year, but we'll get feet every now and again. Oh yeah, that's the same here. You know, the southeast corner of Virginia. I mean, because here in Virginia, like the area that we're in, they don't even really have plows. It's like the cities right here in the area has like a couple plows, couple, you know, salt trucks and stuff. They'll do the freeways and they'll do some of the major like side roads. That's it. You know, any like the streets over here by the houses and all that, they don't get nothing. So it just becomes compacted, it turns into ice, and you know, all the school buses, they take all these side roads. Well, if the school bus has to drive over ice, they'll shut down the schools. So pretty good. Corey, how you doing, brother? So, well, right now I'm working on nails. I had to, so I broke my hammer eye punch. Where's it at? What did I do with it? So, broke my hammer eye punch. So I turned my drift. So I shortened down my drift, right, and turned it into a punch to be able to finish punching out the eye to a hammer. So now I don't have a drift, so I had to make a drift. Alright, so made a new drift. But while I'm letting that cool down, because I still want to clean it up a little bit and fix some of the other side to it. But since didn't have a whole lot of time to be able to do that and work on that hammer, I just went ahead and shifted over to making some nails for my sea chest. Dang it, broke another one. It's all right. Use those small ones as tacks, I guess. I have another one over here in the water somewhere. There it is. So, I mean, the heads are still coming out all right, but whenever it breaks off, I can't use it as a full nail, because these nails, whenever I put them into the sea chest, you know, even with them being decorative, they're going to go all the way through, and then I have to bend them over. So whenever I do, because some of them are actually going to be structural, right? Actually hold the box together, and then some are going to be decorative. So a lot of these, whenever you put them in, right, you kind of have to pre-drill. So I'm going to use a hand type drill to pre-drill, because I don't want to use anything electric or electronic. I want to do everything by hand. As I'm going through and doing that, I'm going to pre-drill a lot of the holes the best I can, and then you actually heat up the nail a little bit before you drive it in, so it actually chars the wood as it goes in, and it helps to hold it in. All right. So as far as I know, that's the technique that they used. So yeah, like a crank drill or a bracing bit. I mean, a crank drill, if I can find one. I don't have either a bracing bit or a crank, but I'm trying to use something more, because I'm making a Viking sea chest, so I'm trying to keep everything, doing it all by hand as close as possible to what they would have done. So for pre-drilling any holes, I know that's more of English type thing. I don't know if Vikings had drills. I don't know. I'm still doing a lot of homework. So yeah, Steve. I mean, that'd be great, brother. Most definitely. I mean, even if it needs work, by all means, I take it apart, I put it back together, clean it up. Yeah, I believe I have John on Facebook, so I definitely want to reach out to him, because I know he's our Viking, right? Viking of the group. So that's definitely someone that I'm trying to touch base with. I just have not done that yet. Alright, so I'll probably get a couple more nails knocked out before my time is done. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. So, I mean, these nails, I don't know. I mean, they're small. I mean, it's less than, I would say, probably like an 1/8 inch. So these, I know the shaft of this is bigger than an 1/8. Yeah, Steve, I mean, if you want to hit me up on Facebook, then I'll message you my stuff. I mean, you can email me too. It's ivyforge@gmail.com. ivey.forge@gmail. That's my email. Yeah, because those of you that don't know, right, that Western Red Cedar that I'm making my box out of, Sam over from Gordon Family Forge, right, Sam Gordon, he's graciously sending me some lumber to actually build this box. Jeff over at Grayson's Forge, he sent me a hand plane that he got from a buddy of his. So he also sent me this plate, right, so his buddy was Navy and a blacksmith, passed away, and gave that plane to Jeff before that happened. So along with that unboxing video that I did, right, talked a little bit about it, and I'm, with how I feel that, I'm so gracious, I'm so thankful for this plane, that I'm gonna give back to the family the very first hammer that I ever made, right? Which is that mild steel hammer. It's a soft. It's more of a specialty. It's a soft faced hammer. So I'm getting that sent out tomorrow, and so yeah, every little bit, that everyone's, all this graciousness that everyone's given me to help me build this box. I definitely thank every single one of you to the bottom of my heart, most definitely. It's just, this community, the blacksmithing community, we all, look after each other, help each other out, and I just love every single one of you. Most definitely. All right. Get some more. Some more steel in the fire. I was losing my fire a little bit. Had to get it stoked back up. Oh yeah, I mean, well, it's not Blue Angels, but we live, next to a master jet base, and they fly over all the time. So at least, I mean, the other house we used to live at, they would fly directly over the backyard. I mean, almost to the point like I can read the names of the pilots on the side of their jet. So right now they don't fly directly over me, but they fly close enough that it's loud. It gets loud. Plus I got the hair dryer back in the corner that has a lot of noise and stuff too. Yes, sir, Brandon. I'm glad you love it, buddy. That's what we're here for. Like, I mean, just like I told you in the text message, right? I had a vision of making this wagon wheel. I made it. It got to the point where it was, and then I just didn't know what to do with it. It's like I don't even know why. It was a dream or whatever it was that I was like, hey, I want to make this thing, and for just whatever reason, I don't know. And whenever we finally reached out and made contacts, Facebook and through this community of blacksmiths, and I saw that you had the wagon wheel as your touch mark and all that, I was like, hey, now I know. And so I reached out to you and I was like, hey, I got this and I'm gonna send it to you. Do what you wish with it, and because it just wasn't my project to finish. Just like I said. All right. Get a nice little four-sided taper. wasn't hot enough. All right. Check, see if it fits. If it fits, it shits. All right. Mark it. Now when you're doing nails, you don't have a whole lot of time to chat. Otherwise you're gonna burn your steel. Try to come in and chat with you guys here in a second. So I'm sitting at Oop. Where are we at? Yeah.